Ever thought about getting your ex back? Is it a good idea or just a popular myth? Often, the allure of the past can cloud our judgment, making us believe in age-old myths about rekindling old flames. But are these beliefs rooted in truth or just wishful thinking? Today we're going to delve into this intriguing subject and set the record straight. So buckle up as we start by debunking some of the most common myths about getting your ex back. Myth number 1, time heals all wounds. Sounds familiar? It's a saying we've all heard, often in the context of romantic relationships, but is there any truth to it? Let's delve a little deeper. This common belief suggests that with the mere passing of time, all our emotional wounds and unresolved issues will somehow magically heal themselves. It's as if time is this universal panacea, a magical balm that can soothe every heartache and mend every broken bond. But let's take a moment to question this. If you've ever had a physical injury, you know that healing isn't just a matter of waiting. It requires care, attention, and often some form of treatment. Why would emotional wounds be any different? Leading relationship experts and psychologists agree. Time alone cannot resolve all problems in a relationship. Unresolved conflicts and unaddressed emotions don't simply evaporate as days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. They persist, often growing deeper and more complex with time. Take Dr. John Gottman, a world-renowned relationship researcher, for instance. He has found that a whopping 69% of problems in a relationship are perpetual. They're based on fundamental differences in personalities or lifestyle needs, and they don't just go away over time. In fact, ignoring them can lead to resentment and disconnection. Or consider the work of Dr. Sue Johnson, a prominent clinical psychologist and the developer of emotionally focused therapy. She has found that the key to healing relationship wounds is not time, but understanding and emotional connection. It's about acknowledging the hurt, understanding why it happened, and finding ways to prevent it from happening again. So it seems that time, while it can certainly help, is not the all-healing force we often make it out to be. Healing requires more than just waiting. It requires effort, understanding, and a willingness to face and address the issues at hand. Let's remember then that time is not a substitute for active healing. It's a component, yes, but only one piece of the puzzle. Resolving relationship issues requires more than just waiting for time to pass. It requires active involvement and a genuine desire to mend what's broken. So, time alone doesn't heal all wounds. Healing requires effort and understanding. Scene script. On to myth number 2, people can easily change their habits. Let's dive into this belief. It's a common misconception that changing one's behavior is as simple as flipping a switch. The reality, however, is that change is a process, often a challenging one. Ingrained habits and behaviors don't just vanish overnight. They're deeply embedded in our psyche, shaped by years, sometimes even decades of repetition. Consider this. Have you ever tried to quit a bad habit like biting your nails or reaching for that extra slice of cake? How easy was it? Most likely it wasn't a cakewalk. Now imagine trying to change the way you react in certain situations or how you communicate in a relationship. It's not as simple as deciding to stop and then stopping. Experts in psychology and behavioral science agree. They tell us that change is not only difficult, but it also requires a substantial amount of time. It's not about willpower alone, it's about rewiring the brain, creating new neural pathways to replace the old ones. Moreover, change requires consistency. It's not enough to make a change once and expect it to stick. It needs to be repeated over and over until the new behavior becomes as automatic as the old one was. It's like learning to ride a bike. You don't just get on and start pedaling. You fall, you get up, you try again until one day you're riding without even thinking about it. And let's not forget about the role of the environment. Our surroundings can either support or hinder our change efforts. If you're trying to eat healthier but your pantry is stocked with junk food, your chances of success are slim. Similarly, if you're trying to improve your communication skills but your partner isn't supportive, it's going to be an uphill battle. So the next time you find yourself believing that change is easy, remember that it's a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, perseverance, and above all, dedication. Change is possible, but it's not easy. It takes dedication and consistency. Here's another popular myth: love conquers all. This is an age-old adage that has been passed down through generations, and it's romantic to imagine that love alone can weather any storm. In reality, however, it's a bit more complicated than that. Let's delve deeper into this. Many believe in the power of love as the ultimate solution for every problem in a relationship. While love is indeed a beautiful and essential component of any relationship, it is not the be-all and end-all solution for every challenge. A relationship is like a garden. Love is the water that nourishes it, but without proper care and attention, weeds can still overrun it. Expert opinions and research suggest that successful relationships are built on more than just love. There's communication, respect, trust, mutual understanding, and a shared vision of the future. These elements are often overlooked in the face of overwhelming emotions, but they are crucial if a partnership is to thrive and endure. Take communication, for instance. It is the cornerstone of understanding and resolving conflicts. Love can't translate what's in your mind to your partner's understanding. It's through effective communication that we express our thoughts, our fears, our dreams, and our expectations. Then there's respect and trust, which are fundamental in any relationship. When respect is present, it means you value each other's individuality, opinions, and boundaries. Trust, on the other hand, is the foundation that allows a relationship to be stable and secure. Without these two, love can easily turn into a toxic cycle of jealousy and control. Finally, a shared vision of the future is vital. Love can't bridge the gap between two people who want different things in life. It's important to have shared goals and dreams to work towards together. So while love is indeed a powerful force, it's not a magic fix for every issue. It needs to be nurtured and supported by these other key elements to truly flourish. Love is powerful, but it doesn't conquer all. Successful relationships require work, patience, and understanding. The final myth we're debunking today is the idea of the one that got away. This concept has been romanticized in countless songs, movies, and novels, painting a picture of a singular, perfect partner that slipped through our fingers and leaving us wallowing in the abyss of what could have been. Let's start by stating a simple fact. There isn't just one perfect partner for each person. This notion is not only unrealistic but can also be damaging. It can lead to an endless chase for a mythical ideal, leaving you unable to appreciate and nurture the relationships that come your way. Numerous relationship experts and psychologists emphasize the importance of compatibility and shared growth over the idea of a perfect match. It's about finding someone who complements you, someone whose strengths balance your weaknesses and vice versa. It's about shared values, mutual respect, and a willingness to work through differences and conflicts. Now, think about the term, the one that got away. It implies that the person has slipped away, almost as if by accident, but in most cases, breakups happen for a reason. Whether it's due to incompatibility, different life goals, or simply falling out of love, there's usually a clear cause why relationships end. And it's important to remember that in most scenarios, it's for the best. Let's shift our perspective from lamenting about the one that got away to appreciating the journey of self-discovery and growth that relationships, even the ended ones, offer. Each relationship we have is a chance to learn more about ourselves, what we need, what we value, and what we can give. So instead of dwelling on the past, let's focus on the present and look forward to the future. Let's cherish the relationships we have, learn from the ones we've lost, and stay open to the ones yet to come. The one that got away is a romantic notion, but in reality there are many potential partners out there. We've debunked some popular myths about getting your ex back today. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Firstly, we tackled the age-old saying that time heals all wounds. While time can certainly help us process our emotions, it doesn't necessarily mend broken relationships. Healing requires active participation, understanding, and communication. Next, we busted the myth that change is easy. True change demands effort, time, and commitment. It's not as simple as flipping a switch. Remember, real progress is a journey, not a destination. Then we challenged the romanticized notion of the power of love. Love, in all its beauty, is not an antidote for the complexities and challenges of a relationship. It is important, yes, but it doesn't excuse harmful behaviors or resolve deep-seated issues. Lastly, we dispelled the myth of the one that got away. The idea that there's only one perfect person for everyone is not only unrealistic, but it also puts unnecessary pressure on both individuals in the relationship. We all have multiple potential perfect matches in the world. In all, these myths underline the importance of realistic expectations and healthy relationship behaviors. It's essential to remember that no relationship is perfect. It's the effort, understanding, and respect that make it worthwhile. Remember, every relationship is unique, and it's crucial to make decisions based on facts, not myths.